Hi everyone, we're here at Momento's Italian restaurant and joining me is Melissa. Melissa, let's tell everybody about the exciting event you're having tonight.
So tonight we're doing our bourbon tasting. We have done this in the past, but this one's a little bigger. We're going to go through 5 different bourbons tonight. We're hoping that folks can learn a little bit more about bourbon and what makes them taste unique. We're going to talk about the proofs in each of them, what grains they're made from, and I'm hoping to inspire folks that as they walk out the door, they realize what type of bourbon they like. That way, whenever you go in a big bourbon bar and you see all those bottles and they look gorgeous, you don't know what they taste like, and it's kind of scary to commit to it because it's high grain alcohol.
And it's intimidating.
Exactly, but now you can have an opportunity to say, you know what, I know I like things from a French oak barrel, or I know I like things of a certain proof, or I really like rye in mine. Just gives you an opportunity at a small scale to taste things.
So Melissa, everyone comes in, they sit down, and this is in front of them. And I see there's some notes here. Are those some sheet notes?
So these were notes that I added. These are going to be the place settings of each of these bourbons. So I wanted to add some specific notes that they may miss that will help them after they've tasted each of these to go back and go, that's why I liked that. So basically I put down what were straight bourbons, small batches, how many years each of them spent in the cask, what the alcohol level was, and more importantly, the blend, how much corn versus wheat, malted barley, whatever the blend is in there. And that way, once they've tasted through them and said, you know what, I really liked number 3, they can go back and say, you know what, that has rye in it, so I think I may like rye. And we'll talk about what rye does to the bourbon so that they also may understand that's why I like that. And it does. It gives them an opportunity so that they can make their own notes here and take it with them.
That's awesome. Now, how did you get to know all this knowledge?
So, my part here at the restaurant is I'm chef's wife, and I absolutely love anything in the wine world. So I've been working to become a sommelier, and you have to study every bit of this. I've always been a bourbon lover, so this was pretty easy for me on this one, but it fascinates me. I just came back from Napa, got some great stuff for next year, and I'm very fascinated with how things are made, where they're grown, the soil, the makers of it, the cask makers. That all is very exciting to me, and I try to learn and pass it on. So what does rye do whenever you've got it in bourbon? It actually creates a little bit of a sweeter, peppery taste. And the more rye that you get, like if you go to a full-blown rye, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, the Bourbon definitely has a spice. Very peppery.
Food actually pairs really well with the bourbon. It takes a little bit of the burn away, so you get more of the actual flavors of the bourbon. Almost like drinking wine.
To me, it had this lemon undertone to it that finished really nice, and it just kind of lingered right there on your palate.
It just gives you a good idea of whether you like something or you don't. And sometimes that's hard to get educated, because if you go to a bar and you try to drink one, and then you're disappointed and you paid a price for that bourbon and you don't like it.
That's correct. One of the things that we do here is, this is what happens when a Southern girl marries an Italian chef. We have an Italian restaurant with a bourbon bar. We do have an extensive bourbon menu, and it does change often because small batches run out. And we allow you to either buy it by the glass, or at any point in time, you can buy it by a Glencairn. You can buy one, or you can make your own little tasting.
That's awesome. What other events are up and coming?
So we're attempting to try to do something every month just to keep it to where people can get out and do something fun. We've all been pent up for so long and just need to have an experience, and that's kind of what folks are looking for, experiences. So in March, we're going to do our Tuscan event. That's going to be really cool because we're going to begin with touring you through Pecorinos, which that's where they come from, and we will do a sit-down tasting for that of nothing but Tuscan inspired dishes, all Tuscan wines. So we're just breaking it up every month, make it a little different.
If people want more information, Melissa, what do you want to tell them?
The best thing to do is always mark your calendar for the first Tuesday of the month. We do post them on Facebook. Often they're posted about 2 weeks out. You're welcome to call at any time, 570-422-1040. and ask what the event is as well.